welcome back. This is Brews with the Homies. This is our episode to review Russian River that has just been released to Vegas. We're finally getting distribution of Russian River. So on this episode, we have all 5 bottles that are available to be purchased in the state of Nevada and the city of Las Vegas and Henderson. We're going to try all 5, and we're going to just tell you what our 2 favorite ones out of the 5 are.
Yep.
You guys excited?
Oh yeah, it's great because traveling to California, we would see some of these bottles here and there at different shops and pay a little bit of a premium. So finally to have it in Vegas is super cool to see. Awesome. There was a lot of pop-up events at different places, and the pricing was incredible. So
incredible. I think it was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you get most of these for $6-7. I think the other one was a little bit more on the end. I think that one
barrel aged,
the barrel aged that was like 15 or so, but still great pricing.
Beatification.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a beer aged in wine barrels.
Yes, sir.
Wine barrels.
All right. Well,
let's start with that one.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Beatification.
Boom, this way.
It's a spontaneous fermented beer aged in wine barrels.
And then it was bottled on.
Oh shit!
January
25th of 2022.
Ooh, nice.
So it's sat for a little bit, which is good.
And then what's the percentage on it?
And the percentage on it does not say. 6%. There we go. It's right here. 6%.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Right off the nose, you could tell it's one of those spontaneous ales.
Whew.
Ooh, there's a lot of funkiness going on there. It's like on the nose, almost a little like fruity.
So, it's funny. It says Beatification is 100% spontaneous. Yeah?
Yeah, spontaneously
fermented beer using only wild yeast and bacteria. Something we have been doing since 2006. We started by filling our kettle chip? Oh, wow. I butchered the fuck out of that. Coal ship or horny tank, and
some brewing thing.
Some brewing thing, yeah. Sorry. But it was in oak barrels and has a tart finish.
Yes. Funky, tart finish. I think we've had this one before. I've had a couple of the different ones.
This is actually my first time having it. So far, it smells great.
Yeah, it's my second time. My bottle, the one that I cracked open, had like way less carbonation than this. Even though it doesn't have that much carbonation to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, I think the other bottle was like basically still. Which this one tastes better because carbonation kind of aerates everything and lets the taste buds kind of experience everything.
Well, also, when you did pour this one, you did pour it slow, and that's what the bottle recommended was a slow pour. Yeah. So, I think it's time to move on to the next one. I don't want to say too much just yet, you know?
Keep going.
So the next one is, I think this one's the Blind Pig. Yeah,
yes,
the Blind Pig.
Oh, the Blind Pig's cool. So this one is their West Coast, right? IPA? Like their
Russian River does not say on here.
I think it's I don't know.
It is a 6.25% though. Smells like a West Coast.
No, it's a Blind Pig is a Prohibition era term for a speakeasy. Our first brewery was named Blind Pig Brewing Company, which was located in Temecula, California.
Oh wow!
Generously hopped with hints of citrus, woody notes, and a lingering bitterness. Mm-hmm. It's going to be 6.25%. This one was bottled on 2/15. So hey, let's get into it. Blind Pig, I had it on tap for the first time when I was in San Diego with James. Had it at a ramen place that was fire. They had Blind Pig and Pliny on tap, which was crazy.
When I picked up this bottle from Khoury, shout out Khoury's, there was a gentleman in front of me that was checking out, and he said that he prefers the Blind Pig over the Piney Elder. which that was the first time I ever heard of it. But then once I heard of that and started asking more people at like Tenaya Creek and other places, they were like, yeah, the Blind Pig is preferably our favorite over the Piney Elder. So I was like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting. So, well, let's get a taste going.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I pulled the dust on.
Yeah,
It's
there you
okay,
go.
I pulled the Dustin too. You can look back at the tape. You'll see me take a little.
I'm the only loyal one, guys. You know?
I know, I broke
It's
it.
alright.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta get a little taste, you know?
I know, it's just craving it, you know? This
Yeah.
one, I don't know, for me, it goes really good with food, and I don't, per se, like to drink this one by itself. Like, I appreciate the characteristics and everything, but I think it pairs so well with certain foods.
So what certain food would you pair this with?
I don't
Like,
know, it
right
just-
off the top.
Back to that memory, I think that ramen, like the mix of having like the ramen and this, the flavors, because I had like a wonton ramen, it was so good because those little wontons with the meat in there, the broth, everything just going, because this is such a hop forward, bitter taste, it just works so well with that for me, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, it would go well with some hot foods, whatever.
Yeah.
If you throw some chilies in your ramen or whatever they do with ramen, then
The different spice levels and everything.
it'd be good.
Wow. So far, like, if I don't know if you can really pick it up on the camera. You might see it on JB's side here. But all these beers are very similar in color, but the barrel aged one, Beatification, all of them same color pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and it's still in that yellow profile, but it just has that little bit of
It has
almost
like a
foggy.
Yeah, it has like a foggy haze to it.
Yeah.
Just like where everything up here from Blind Pig down is pretty much the same color. So you guys want to go ahead and jump into the third one?
Yeah, might as well keep it rolling.
All right. So the third one here is the Hops IPA.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a 6.50%. So that's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Was originally brewed in 1944 by the Grace Brothers Brewing in Santa Rosa, California. So this is a page homage beer to that.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right, let's cheers it up. Give it a drink.
Cheers.
Yeah, Happy Hops. I think that was the one time when I brought it back from California, and there was only one bottle at this bottle shop left. And I get home, I'm bringing all the beer in. I get it to my fridge, and it slipped out of my hand and fucking shattered everywhere. And I was so sad. 'Cause I was like, oh, it's the one bottle I haven't tried.
So this is your first time having it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nice. Man, Heron, I'm curious of what you think, man, because out of all of the ones, I think you drank that one the most.
It's the most drinkable right now. I mean, it's kind of like, it gives you like a refreshing vibe, you know? Like something
Yeah.
nice. I don't
Just
know.
like when you have it, you just like, you know, kind of.
Yeah. Like the bitterness doesn't like there's bitterness that lingers, but it's not like in your face. It doesn't slap you and it's like, hey, I'm here. It's just kind of like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Doing
Hey,
well. Doing
bye. Down the esophagus I go.
well. Yeah.
Well, so I can kind of see where I'm leading more towards after we're like more than halfway done now. We still have 2 beers left, but I'm starting to think I'm figuring out my flavors of what I've liked so far.
Yeah.
Before we give our rankings, I'm definitely gonna have to go through and kind of go through
Sip on
everyone, just to make sure, you know, the first taste you're like, you know, gotta switch it up and get a second taste in there, you know.
Yeah, because like with this one for me, kind of a little bit sweeter, like Heron said, a little bit more drinkable, which I like. I guess it was my second time because I checked Untapped and did have it back in 2022, so I must have, that was probably after I broke that one. But it had a different label in my defense. It was black instead of the green label.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, I really like this one so far. So
All right.
definitely
So
this sleep.
JB, I don't want to reach across here. Can you do the honors and grab the next bottle?
Well, we already know which one this is. This is the infamous Pliny the Elder.
No,
No, it's not.
You're lying.
Oh no. Yeah, this one is the blue one.
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
Second
Wait,
one.
do we have Pliny?
Yeah,
it's
right
on the
here.
left. All the way on the left.
All the way to the left.
Oh shoot! I thought that was the blue bottle.
No.
He's got it
Oh
wrong.
man.
Damn.
He
Are
was
you
so
drunk
ready
already?
for blind.
No, I thought that was blue.
No. Are you colorblind?
Maybe.
Maybe.
So for
Maybe.
this one, Road 2, Hill 56, The Story of Simcoe Pale Ale.
It's a pale ale.
Yes, 5.4%. And then this one, lots of Simcoe hops selected from the 3 original Simcoe growing families.
How's the sip? I'm calling you out.
Dude,
Ooh.
I think I
He's
need
a little
bigger.
slow over here. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. That's why I kind of was like,
come on.
yeah. That's why I was kind of like,
Right,
sometimes you just gotta.
Well,
Like, I was already ready for Pliny, and you guys are like, "No, there's a beer before that," and I'm like, "Oh man, come on!" Like,
All right, the second sip is a lot different from the first.
ooh, man. One, that is a strong pale ale in terms of flavor.
I will say, I'm glad I'm sharing this bottle with y'all because I don't think I could down a whole bottle of that.
If you like grapefruit, this is gonna be your shit right here.
Yeah.
This is pale ale. Hits you with such a
Woo!
lingering rind of a grapefruit. If you've ever
Yeah.
had like just a right sour, bitter, rindy
Dude, I'm getting
grapefruit,
goosebumps after that. Ugh.
it lingers on the palate for a long time. Very bright, very forward.
It's aggressive is the right word here.
Which is crazy because it's light as fuck, right? Like it's just a very light, clean, but that grapefruit taste is wild.
my palate is so jaded right now. Like, I don't taste any bitterness in anything. I don't know what's going on.
You can't taste the grapefruit in there?
Yeah, after
Okay.
a while, you know, it's like
Jeez.
taking a bite out of like a grapefruit without peeling the skin kind of deal.
Ugh.
But it's not like Malort type of just offensive. It's like, I don't know. I think it's pretty inviting grapefruit.
I think the viewers, when they watch this, they're gonna see my face and be like, "Oh yeah, Dbro does not like this one. He does not like the faces I've made so far." Like I caught myself like going, "Oh man, like, yeah."
Someone needs to resuscitate Heron's taste buds here.
Hey,
because
you want some of mine? Like I could, like,
He's gonna swap some spit with you.
I mean, also it could be the fact that like I have a little bit of allergies going on because of the cats. So like
Here,
that
take
takes
an allergy pill.
that takes away a lot of like your olfactory senses,
Yep.
which contribute to a lot of flavors and whatnot.
who? I would definitely say out of all of these so far, that is the most aggressive, like on up front, like, yo, what's up, dude?
That was the easiest one to drink for me, dude. I'm tripping. Like, I'm opposite. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Honestly, you might like grapefruit, but
No, I actually do like
yeah,
grapefruit.
yeah,
I
see.
love grapefruit.
Alright, so Heron
Pliny.
can't wait.
Pliny the Elder, we definitely did an episode on this before, because I'm pretty sure we had it with, I'm pretty sure we either had it with Matt, Ryan, or somebody. I know we've had this before on the pod.
This thing's notorious.
Yeah.
Like,
This is like a first ballot Hall of Famer almost.
Yeah, because it used to be so desirable, so collectible.
Now, we have it in our own backyard. We can go pick it up anytime we want.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things to where back then it was so hard to get, like people hyped it up and it was so great to drink because you paid all this money or you found a way to get it, but as the access to great beer has expanded, you have so many great options of beers that kind of rival this taste or do the same exact thing and try to add their own twist. It is one of those more, you respect it for the history, the memories, or people have to have it because it reminds them of certain things and they want to relive those memories or experience something that has such a great history behind it. Still solid, especially at the level now that they're distroing. It still tastes the same and it tastes great. But is it the number one in that category? Is it going to be the best of that style? No, but at the price point, being available, great to pick up and enjoy. You'll never go wrong picking this up and enjoying it.
I just almost feel like for us to like include the Piney Elder in our top two is like kind of like a default thing. So I would say out of the five, I would say the Piney Elder has its like own spot. I guess I would say we should probably do it out of the four.
no.
No, you got yours different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait. Well, I'm gonna take a couple more sips out of these just to like make sure I got my answer. If you guys want to go ahead, if you got yours,
I think
go
Heron seems
first.
pretty confident.
No, it's like kind of like I have the top 2, I think. Realistically, what I think should be in a world of its own is this wine barrel aged thing, because like it's unlike the other 4, which I think the other 4 are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Like the whole process, the whole flavor, the whole vibe, like it's just very like Russian River. Like, hey, this is our brand and this is what we do. We don't play around. This is just, we have some fun with a couple of spontaneously fermented things, but like, if you like what we do, you're gonna like almost every single beer we make. So.
Yeah, like Pliny the Younger we had for my birthday 2 years ago, and
I remember that one.
Their triple, it was delicious. I think that's
shout out to Quinn, right?
Yeah, shout out Quinn, dude. First of all, thanks for pulling that out of my memory, because like when you did that, like my mouth kind of was like. Oh,
that
man.
shit was so. That was my favorite. That'll probably forever be my favorite Russian River. See if we could get it this year. It'll be pretty tough. I don't know how it gained even more popularity, because it's such a. They made it such a special event. It's like they have it, they brew it, and they're throwing like a party where you can only get it there. So
once a year, right?
Yep, and it's at very select places. You'll find it in San Diego. Maybe 1 or 2 places will have it.
Hopefully, with the new distro partnership out here,
Someone
maybe, hopefully somebody out here gets it.
That'd be tight.
If that's the case, I think we definitely gotta get it and definitely bring it on the pod, because I do remember that one from that night specifically.
That was great.
So Heron brought up a very good point. He said that the wine barrel one should be off to the side.
Well, so I think we should still rate it out of the 5, because these are the 5 that are available. So if people are leaning towards maybe one, they want to know our top 2, so they could go out there, pick up. Maybe they only have the budget for 2 bottles. Maybe they only are like, I'm not drinking as much during the week.
I got you. I see what you're going.
So
I see what you're putting down.
There you go. So we'll go with that, because even myself, I haven't been drinking as much. I try to limit it, and I can't fucking pound like I used to. I had 1 stout bottle by myself last night, and I was out.
Oh, that's insane.
Right? Oh, whoa!
But like a smaller one, like this, not the tall one.
I thought you were talking about
still,
like one of
like this size, like right
this right here.
Like this size.
I thought you were talking about one of these. I was about to say, dude.
Back then I could. Not gonna lie, probably could. Like 2 years ago, I could pound one of those. But like this puts me to bed.
I will tell you this. For somebody who doesn't drink as often as I used to, I can still put them back.
Yeah.
Can't improved it.
You're always gonna do that much fun.
But all right,
there you go, Heron. My bad.
We led into your top 2.
All right, so I'm gonna throw Blind Pig. I don't know. I thought it was a lot of hype, to be honest. Everyone's like, "Oh man, Blind Pig over Pliny, over everything, whatever." Whatever allergies are going on right now, Blind Pig is number 1. This pale ale thing is number 2. The grapefruit shit that nobody liked.
I like grapefruit. I'm just saying. It's there.
This is nobody over here. You ever seen John Wick 4? This nobody. So anyways.
Damn. What a reference.
He's in the mode.
He's sicko mode.
Pickle mode.
Hey, where's my pickle beer? Pickle beer? Give me another one.
So that's number 2, right? Number 3, we're gonna go Pliny the Elder.
Dang. Okay.
Still made the podium, but out of 5,
that's a bronze medal.
I
get it.
Out of 5, yeah.
I
cool.
get it.
It's cute. And then what the hell is this thing again? The Happy Hops, right?
Yep. Happy Hops.
It was cute. It was probably the easiest to drink out of all of them.
Yes, for sure.
So, I don't know. Doesn't mean that I disliked it because of that. I actually loved it because of that. And it just depends on what kind of mood you're in. If you're wanting something that's just like super drinkable, you're just gonna be mindlessly drinking this thing, but like having good flavor, hell yeah, dude, pick up the Happy Hops. You're just gonna be kicking it.
Yeah, watching the game, playing games.
More focus on the conversation or the task at hand than the beer. Yeah, everything else deserves mad respect, especially this barrel aged one. I'm still gonna rank it. If I'm gonna have to rank it, I'm gonna rank it last, just because I don't know. It's an acquired taste for sure. Yeah. Who's gonna go ahead and pick up a spontaneously fermented thing that doesn't have fruit added? Like usually people love the fruit or whatnot. Like this thing.
That's me. I saw it. Like, all right, so I looked at this beer at Khoury's. I was like, yo, wine barrel, fucking sign me up. Because you know why? Pure Project. Pure Project.
Solaris,
Pure Project was the one who put me on, and And when I see something that they say is wine barrel aged, I gotta give it a shot. You never know what it's gonna taste like. And honestly, some of my favorite beers from Pier Project are the ones that they have in wine barrels. So I'm like, hey, I gotta give it a little shot.
Yeah, you gotta try it out. All right, so
So you're gonna go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Because I still haven't decided.
All right, so it's tough because I have my days where I think I would pick some a little bit higher than the other, but I'm gonna go with. I don't know. It's like that.
You gotta commit.
I'm gonna commit right here.
Full
I
send.
think my number one's gonna be the Happy Hops.
Oh.
I don't know. It just right now I'm on that kick of either I'm going to full send it with a stout, big flavor, triple, something like crazy big, or I'm gonna go with something super drinkable. And I think out of these, it's the most drinkable, and that's where I'd have to recommend it. Number one, you want a drinkable beer, still has some flavor, you're still gonna get some hops, but it's not overly offensive, not overly hoppy, bitter. It's gonna be right up your alley. Second is where it gets tough because I lean towards loving funky shit. I love, we've talked about it on here. We've had so many funky beers, and that has a special place in my heart. And I want to rank it second, but like Heron said, no fruit in there. There's nothing to like really draw you in, and it's a little bit more on the pricey side in terms of these bottles. It's gonna fall to 3 for me. So my second is actually gonna be the Blind Pig, because I think it goes so well with so many things. It could be one a lot easier if I think I was more in that desirable beer mood, or if I wanted to really just enjoy the beer and focus on the beer. But I think I give more importance to the drinkability right now and something that's well balanced for many people to enjoy. So I think 1, definitely Happy Hops, 2, Blind Pig, 3 is gonna be the spontaneous or the wine barrel one, 4 is gonna be Pliny, and then 5 is gonna be the pale ale. Even though I like grapefruit, don't get me wrong there. Strong taste. If you like grapefruit, you have to go for it. It's going to be on that 5% range. But yeah, that's where everything's going to fall for me.
You know what I just realized? You're wearing a Beer Zombie shirt. I'm wearing a Beer Zombie shirt. Heron doesn't have a Beer Zombie shirt. You're both wearing hats. I'm not wearing a hat. We're wearing glasses. He's not wearing glasses. So, but
he's wearing a watch. We're not wearing a watch.
Yeah, we got pants on. You got shorts on. See, hey, listen,
You got their socks on.
I got my socks on.
on.
Hey, so it's not gay. All right,
but your pants.
Yes.
All right, what's your ranking?
All right, so my ranking is, I think, a lot different from your guys's. I'm gonna be completely honest. The Blind Pig. If you're the guy at Khoury's that recommended that this was going to be better than the Piney Elder, I'm sorry, but the Piney Elder is better than the Blind Pig. So I'm going to crush that off right off the bat. I'm going to only go 3. I'm going to let you guys decide what the last 2 are for. Keep you guys on suspense. I really like the Beatification.
Yeah.
Beatification was honestly very surprising because when I first had it, it reminded me of one that I had from Pier just because of like the oak barrel at the end. Like you can definitely get the oak taste at the end, and that's what I was really like looking forward. Was like, hey, maybe like let me see if they have the same like characteristics and flavor from like Pier Project, right? And it did, and I was like, oh shit, okay. Next thing, had a couple more sips. I was like, oh man, more this warms up, the better it is. So that's my number 1. My number 2 is going to be the Happy Hops, just like you guys. Yeah. It was just very approachable. It was honestly one that like I'm kind of saving for the end here because it's like really delicious and it's very approachable. And it's like for me at my house, I'm the only one that will drink a whole bottle. So for me, I would grab this bottle, I would drink it while playing video games with the bros up here. And the third and final one, the bronze medalist, is Piney Elder. It's just very consistent, very just the same in all the flavors. Now that they're disputing more or distribution more, I was, you expect the quality to fall off just a little bit because they got to produce more and more. But honestly, the quality, in my opinion, is still there, and it's just like one of those good classic ones to have. So I think that's my top 3.
Yeah.
And we already know your other 2. We got Blind Pig is number 4, and the Pale Ale that you think is not your favorite is last, and probably way far last.
I'm gonna be honest with
Really,
you.
really
It's
far
actually
last.
opposite.
You're lying, bro. No way.
I'm being serious.
You hate Blind Pig that much, bro? There's no way.
No, honestly, the more I drank the grapefruit one, the more and more I was like, actually, this isn't that bad. You just have to get over the initial like aggressiveness, you know, and like I can sit here and probably just keep sipping on this one and be good. The Blind Pig, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad bottle for me or what, but
I mean, it's just that West Coast bitter punch in the face.
But see, I like West Coast. That's my thing. I'm just surprised that like the West Coast that they have is not like I'm not like slobbering over it.
So it's like one of those things. I think I was thinking about this the other day. I've had so many different styles of West Coast lately, and they all have such unique profiles and such different. I've had sweet West Coast lately. I've had super bitter ones that are like dank as fuck, and you're just like, holy God, did I just fucking take a hit? Like, oh my God, it's everywhere. But there's just so many different profiles, and I think that's maybe this is like an old school classic, like kick of the hops and very aggressive in your face. And some people are gonna dig that a lot. Where maybe you're used to maybe like the newer West Coast that are a little bit more approachable, different hop profiles.
I think that's what it is. I just think that I've been so spoiled of West Coast because, like, let's be honest, West Coast
and the cold IPAs that you've been on.
I have been on a cold IPA and a lager train lately. Yeah. I'm like Heron from like a couple months ago, where he was on just straight lagers. I'm on that train now.
Which, speaking of that, we have 2 cans that we have not tried that are distributing from Russian River to us, and that is
STS Pills.
STS Pills, which is, goes through the lagering process.
Velvet Row?
Something.
Velvet something?
It's a dry pale.
I'm pretty sure it's Velvet.
Lager? Dry pale lager, I believe. I've been drinking a shit ton of those. I've probably had a 6-pack.
How do you not know it then?
Well, because the can comes and disappears, and I see the juice, and the juice is what I want.
Heron says, "I know what I want. I grab it, I pop it, pour it, and Khoury."
It's good, yeah. You know what I'm saying? STS Pills are phenomenal. Phenomenal. Must have if you're
Velvet Glow, right?
Yes.
Velvet Glow.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that used to come in bottles too. I remember having a bottle of it.
For sure. But it has cans now. So STS Pills and Velvet Glow both in cans here in Nevada.
So the good thing is now that they're distributed out here, we're gonna probably end up doing a Russian River can episode just so we can review those too.
Yeah, do those
and then we're gonna do a couple of cool things coming up that we're gonna talk about. I don't know when this is gonna get released, but we're just gonna talk about it because there's a couple of big things happening here in the beer scene this coming weekend. So March 9th is Astronomy's last day.
Yeah.
We're going to Astronomy's last day. And then later in the night, the boys, we're going down to the brand new Tenaya Creek. It's not new. Beer Zombies just recently purchased Tenaya Creek. So they're celebrating their 6th birthday at Tenaya Creek. So the boys, we're going to be there.
Yeah.
Everybody, even including James, which I was like, yo, James is gonna be there. Oh,
yeah.
We're gonna make sure he barfs.
Oh God, no.
No.
Not this. Hey, for the new 420 that's coming up, maybe.
Oh
no, wait, not 425.
No, it's May the 4th be with you.
5-4.
The old 420 meets May the 4th.
Yeah, I think they realized like, hey, we can't do 420 because our friends here are a dual, what would you say? Dual celebration, beer zombies, smoking, they don't want people to get too cross.
So,
yes.
Hey, right here, boom. We'll be back at it again.
Yeah.
And this time I'm actually going. I already bought our tickets.
I have not bought any tickets.
And I also
Free the
Whales.
Yes. And that'll be later in September. Free the Whales will be tight. That's going to be probably a lot more stout focused, a lot more bigger beers.
It's going to be in September, so it's going to be that like pre-season of stouts. like the preseason of NFL kind of kicks off right around there.
Yeah,
it's the preseason of stouts.
And then May the 4th, I'm sure they're going to have a great selection, like always. They're doing the Cantina Bar again.
Oh, they are? So
milk.
I haven't done it, so,
Hey, you've had the milk before, though. Hey, we got those cans when they were expensive as well.
Yeah.
Those crowlers, those big blue crowlers.
Big blue. But I will definitely say, Russian River, thanks for coming out to Vegas. We really do appreciate it.
So glad that they could make that work. I know
Yes.
Vegas distribution can be a little tough to work with, and Chris, Vinny, all the homies, all the breweries taking their part and making negotiations and trying to make it work, and then the distro working together. I know it's a pain, but hey, you have a lot of great people out here that want to enjoy great beer, so it's a new avenue and a new option, because now that we have Pure, Bottle Logic, there's a couple other places that are coming here. I can't talk about it because I know a little, but there's going to be a couple more places from maybe the San Diego to Southern California area that will be coming out here, and you guys will keep an eye out on that, because we will be reviewing some of that stuff and getting our hands on it to talk about. So,
hey,
keep
you know,
an eye out.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm about to get the scoop.
So competitive. The market is competitive here in Nevada now. You got distributors doing their thing, and
It's just a matter of time before one of the breweries just says fuck it and moves out here.
Yeah.
I mean, we got like Voodoo, which is like an
we got to go.
You know
experience
what
it.
we got to do for the viewers? I was just thinking about this in my head, and I was going to bring it up to you guys after we were done. We got to do an episode of all the brewery changes that are coming out, because there's breweries that moved, there's breweries that are closing, there's just so much happening in the beer scene out here.
We're going to be a gossip episode, I guess, right?
Hey, you know what's going to happen?
Keep everyone informed.
No, we're going to keep everybody informed, because I've had it before where people were like, hey, like, what's a good brewery? Where's this brewery located at adjacent to this one? And like there was a couple breweries that moved from Henderson down to the Art District, and the Art District back to Henderson. So there's just a whole bunch we got to catch you guys up on.
Yes,
and we're officially back.
Yes.
So
we're back.
We're
the
back.
boys are back.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
We got plenty of cool stuff coming up.
Wait, before we leave, beer to note. What beer are you recommending? I don't care about your podium. I don't care about your hierarchy. What's that one beer you're recommending that they go ahead and buy tomorrow? Okay.
Happy Hops.
He said Happy Hops. I'm going to suggest you go with the Pliny Elder. It's a good classic. It's a good starting stone. Yeah. It's the history. I think the Pliny Elder is a good way to get kicked off to Russian River.
Yep. All right, so out of the bottles, just go for Blind Pig. There's so much hype around it. Figure it out. Either affirm their beliefs or tell them they're wrong.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Make your own beliefs.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We got you guys. Later.
Cheers.